You have a dog, right? You have a golden retriever?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful dog.
He's
man.
great. He's the best.
I want one so bad.
They're the sweetest dogs of all time. He's just a sweetheart to everybody. He's just a big old love sponge. It's just super sweet.
I want
friendly.
a golden retriever, German shepherd. I would love to have. So beautiful.
Those are
so
great
smart.
dogs too. Those are dogs though that need activity.
Yeah, they need stimulation.
Yeah, they need activity. You can't just have a German shepherd and keep him in a little yard like going out of his fucking mind like he's in prison.
No. Also, what a waste of talent.
Right.
They're so smart and
Yeah.
so
They're
impressive.
very smart dogs. Very smart dogs. They're a different kind of dog. You know, that's a working dog.
Yeah, but I guess it's just people want different things in a dog. I just got my mom for Mother's Day last year this tiny little thing that's like literally the size of this coffee mug. Like you could accidentally squish it so easy.
Yeah. Some
like,
people like
what did
those
you
kind of dogs.
But also, what does that come from? Like that's not a descendant of a wolf.
It is. It is.
How does that happen?
Well, selective breeding. And also, there's a thing that happens with animals. We don't totally understand it, but they've done this study with foxes where they took foxes and over a period of like not that many generations, what they did was anytime a fox displayed any aggression towards people, they killed it. And over a certain period of time, all the foxes that were left, their jaws had shrank, their ears were more floppy. They started like giving in to the idea of domestication, and they literally started softening their appearance. They weren't alert like a fox would be if it was like, you know, a little killer. Silver fox domestication experiment. Man. So for the last 59 years, a team of Russian geneticists led by Ludmila, how do you say that? Ludmila Trut have been running one of the most important biology experiments of the 20th and now 21st century. The experiment was the brainchild of Trut's mentor, Dmitry Belyaev, who in 1959 began an experiment to study the process of domestication in real time. He was especially keen on understanding the domestication of wolves to dogs, but rather than use wolves, he used silver foxes as his subjects. Here I provide a brief overview of how the silver fox domestication study began and what the results to date have taught us. Experiments continue to this day. And then I explain just how close this study came to being shut down for political reasons during its very first year.
Jesus.
Okay, so that's the abstract. This is I'm probably butchering the story, but over time, these things started to change, and they softened their appearance, and they dropped their ears. And so there's a thing that happens with pigs where the opposite happens. When you take a domesticated pig and you release it in the wild, they morph within I think it's a very short amount of time. I want to say it's less than 2 months of living in the wild. They start to display different characteristics. With males, their snout extends. I think with females too. But males grow these big-ass tusks, and their hair gets thicker.
Wow.
Their hair gets thicker all over the body.
Just instinctually for being out there.
They know they're on their own, and their body morphs.
Wow.
So their appearance morphs.
That's an incredible genetic.
It's crazy. So there's different kinds of pigs, but they're all the same animal. I think the genus is called Suscrafa. And that when you see a wild boar, a lot of them could have descended from domesticated pigs. Like, because people have pig farms and pigs get out, fences break, and the pigs get loose. And some of those pigs, they just keep having piglets, but they're wild pigs.
Yeah.
But they look like wild boars, like from, you know, what you would expect from like some movie, right? That's what happens.
Very quick evolution.
Yeah, see if you can find like how much time it takes for a domesticated pig to start displaying wild looks. Well, that's a bad way to Google it.
This is what I love about you and your show. Like you're very insightful on a lot of things I find very, very fascinating. You're like if Bill Nye the Science Guy offered people DMT.
I got plenty of stupid information.
I love it. It's all things that fascinate me.
But if you look at it that way, right? If a pig becomes harder in the wild, and a wolf becomes softer with domestication. If you just kept doing that and like softening it, like when you associate those little tiny fluffy dogs, what do you associate them with? Like some some lady who's got a nice house and a nice
Yeah.
car, and she's got a nice little fluffy dog that sits next to her.
Yeah.
Like, they've taken that wolf and knocked it down to that
Absolutely.
over thousands of years.
And it's funny that like the same thing happens to humans. I mean, like we got trapped inside for 2 years. Soften the fuck up.
Yeah, it's all, and also society.
Yeah.
The needs of, like, society, especially society like ours, it's not engaged in war on our shores, where there's not like a physical threat of actual violence from the enemy. You tend to soften things up, and the same sort of experiment is going on with male human beings.
Yeah,
It's going on with dogs and wolves.
I've heard that quote on this show so many times.
Yeah.
Hard times breed hard people. Hard people breed easy times. Easy times, easy people, or whatever it is. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, hard times create hard men. Hard men create easy times. Easy times create soft men. Soft men create hard times.
Vicious cycle.
Yeah, it's normal. It's just they've known this forever. This is how humans work.